And good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody out there, YouTube land. Moz coming to you with another episode of Moz's Toy Box, along with H Green. How you doing tonight, H Green?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Happy to be here.
I'm still just so I hate having technical difficulties. Just
but you usually don't. So for the most part, aside from the Instagram thing, but that was an Instagram thing. That wasn't a you thing. So
don't get me started on Instagram. Doc Collector was in the chat. I don't know if he's still here, but he was talking a little earlier. So what's going on, Doc Collector? You take it away for a minute, man. I need to detox. I'm gonna have a beer if I can. Shit.
Oh man, just hope everybody out there's doing good tonight. Like I said, just happy to have a couple weeks that I could get in here and try to be a little bit more consistent getting in. And it's actually worked out good with my boss. He's pretty good about letting me have my time to do my thing. So
that is awesome.
Yeah, we'll keep it rolling unless something ever comes up. But yeah, at least I'll be here. I didn't get any photos done this week except for the one last night, but just a slow week as far as that goes.
The Lego one. Yeah, the Lego one. That was great, man. I like that. Obviously, I got some stuff going on. What's up, Don Prime? How you doing?
Hey, Don.
Just playing with his Babu Frick figure. Babu. Why do I know that name? Babu Frick.
No, it's from Rise of Skywalker. The little guy, little guy that. Yeah.
I've been playing with my Anakin on stat figure. This thing. I don't like Hayden Christensen, but I wanted all the accessories, man. I really did. So I went ahead and got it, and I'm really hoping I can move the sideshow stuff onto this body or whatever. But man, this figure, I mean, other than the fact that it's Hayden Christensen, I think it looks pretty tight, man. I had a hard time with the poncho, but I always have those hard times with the wiry clothes, man. They never. I see all these people handle it so great, and then when I try to move it, the wire's like, I'll bend, but I'm not going to stay. That's how my wire. Right. But yeah, I got that guy. Did my shot with him today. We're gonna try to go over the hashtags. I know you guys have been hashtagging Toy Moz and or tagging me. I've been getting a lot of tags this week. What's up, Bennikin? How you doing? But what we want to go over first, I think, is this shot from today because I'm really happy with it and I want to talk about it. And
it's all right. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I see what you're doing. You're trying to downplay how happy I am with it. And we're gonna go over your Lego shot too, but
well, and I will start off by saying that I mean obviously your tone, like you usually go for a lot darker theme, and that look in your photos and stuff like that. But I just love the light. As far as I'm concerned, the lighting in this one is perfect.
Dude, I've been trying to lighten my pictures up. I really have been. It's been a process, and there's a few pictures where I really can lighten it up, and then there's other pictures where if I lighten it up, I'm not happy with it at all. So
right,
it's crazy. Yo, Adrian, what's up, everyone?
Hey, Adrian.
See what I did there?
Nice.
We got 7 in the watching right now. Please make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribing. And guys, the month is almost over. If you're not a member, make sure you become a member so you can vote for your wallpaper. Members get a free wallpaper. And right now I got a 3-way tie, and I need I know I got more than 3 members, so I need people to vote. If you're not a member, become a member. It's just $2.99 a month, and you get a free wallpaper. Well, for $2.99 a month, you get a wallpaper for your desktop and your phone, whichever one wins. So it's not bad. I will eventually. I need to buy a lavalier mic, but I do want to start making actual content that's only gonna be for members, where I'm like doing real behind the scenes. But my lavalier mic that I have is, I mean, even though my best friend, God rest his soul, he sent me this one. It's not great, and it did spoil me because I want to be able to move around and take pictures and you guys be able to hear me, So it is something that I want to do, but anyway, I digress. let's take a look at this shot today, man. This is Anakin on the stap, dude. Um, Zord Photography, I think on Instagram, he did one of these, but it was just a really it was a really solid picture, but it was like just Anakin, if I'm not mistaken, and no real anything else going on, and he had just like a solo top light on there. This shot's using like almost all my lights. I got to use a lot of lights for this shot. I got a behind the scenes video I just posted. I'm not going to be posting though for the next few days. I need to hopefully work off this shadow band that apparently I'm under. So was it like 2 days, 3 days? I got to stay off Instagram entirely or something. I don't know.
I think that's like just trying to get caught up with your post. I mean, and getting stuff out there, maybe 1 or 2 a day, and they probably snagged you on that, but it's ridiculous anyway.
Yeah. The shadow band's ridiculous. So I'm not going to be posting for a few days. I did post, story or whatever, but that's about the last of it. And I posted this reel, and I do have one more reel I want to post, and it was for this shot here. I did make a reel for it, but I haven't posted it yet. And this one here, it was a little dark, but I think it worked out pretty great.
I still like the tone of that. I mean, you get that warm light, that yellow coming through, and it brightens it up. And it's just the way that you've got the rim light in the back. I mean, it makes him stand out a lot more than blending into the background. I think it looks fine.
Well, I was going for that scene from the Clone Wars for this one. Although my panels aren't quite right, I made I 3D printed these panels and made 2 of them. Now, after watching the episode again, I noticed that these should have been cut to like here, because that's from here up is as big as these panels were. So these are a little big, but I can glue these together or something and make one whole panel. Whatever I want to do there, make it make these for set pieces, because these are a little better than that piece that you buy from Target. Because if you notice, these lines are not the same size, whereas that kitchen piece or whatever that you get is all like one size. They're just disjointed and where they
exactly.
You need these panel stat. These take up a lot of resin, which is why I haven't printed up more. So I swear to God, I can print 2 panels per print, and it takes like half of that of resin, because they're kind of weighty. And on the back side, I had to buy. You don't have to. You could probably use some other material, but I wanted something a bit more durable. So I did plexiglass or acrylic, whichever. I don't know the actual term, but I had a hard time finding white. So I had to actually just paint this white. I know they make white. It's just for some reason in Atlanta, since I live out in the burbs, I can't find it. If I wanted to drive into town, they sell it. I could go buy it, or I can order it.
Did you check like Home Depot and Lowe's or?
Yeah, they all had clear from what I could find, and then like Michael's. This is really God. I just want to throttle somebody. Michael's like, yeah, we got it in stock. I go in there, and they have nothing but clear. And then I double check the website. And the website's like, oh, the white stuff? Yeah, that's at my Buckhead store. That's 30 miles away at $4.50 a gallon. You drive a Jeep. Good luck.
Good luck.
Or you can, and then there's the associates. They're so helpful. They're like, you just order it. I'm like, if I'm going to just order it, I'm not going to order it from you.
Exactly.
I'll
get it from Amazon and get it tomorrow, or maybe later today.
Anyway. All right, this is not a complaint stream. We're not here to complain.
That's okay. It's your show. It's fine.
So we got this. I did do a one behind the scenes shot. So there's kind of I didn't do a reel yet, but we'll talk about this one real quick. So in the scene, this fence is just here. I just didn't take it out. It's not doing anything. This wall is, of course, the wall behind him. I use this a lot. I need to make more walls. I only have like a couple of walls. And you see none of these lights are pointing directly at Maul. They're bouncing off bounce cards and getting him from the side. Because in the show, or where I got the scene from, the panel lights are on the sides, and that's all that's lighting him. There's no real top light, nothing like that. So I'm bouncing it to kind of give a soft light off from the sides onto Maul. so we get that light framing his face there, and whatnot there. So, and then of course these I just use some little clips to hold those into the foam. I put on the ground. It's just little clips you use for like hanging your paintings, for miniatures or whatever. They get little alligator clips on them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I just stuck that into the foam, and there you are. They're floating, free floating. And his pose isn't all that great, but he is leaned into it, and he's gonna get that menacing face. And I had choices because I have 3 different mall heads. Well, 4. I decided to go with the Phantom Menace straight face mall head in this shot because initially I wanted to do that screaming shot, but then I was like, man, he's just fighting clones. He's not gonna be mad. He's not gonna be like, this is taking a lot out of me. He's just gonna be like, I have very little
That
time for this. I want to get out of here.
I need a challenge, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Either give me a challenge or get out of my way. Um, but yeah, so that's that shot, and this shot did pretty well. But I am shadow banned, so it does as well as it can.
But the light, I really like the light in that and how you diffused it out. With the bounce cards on the sides, and it just, it's not real sharp. It's just it gives that nice glow like on his
Yeah.
head. Otherwise, it would be like way too shiny.
Yes.
A little
Yes.
bit of glare from that.
It
So
was
yeah,
it was
looks
something
good.
that I was considering. I tried some light with like a bounce card on the front, but it lit up his face way too much, and it also lit up these panels too much because they're no longer lights. You've pulled them off. The lights don't work technically. Like in the show, they're just grayed panels almost, but they're from
Mm-hmm.
here. They are the light panels. They just have no light because he's pulled them off the wall. So, I did want some of that light to come through that material just to kind of bring in the differences of the textures and stuff. And that's as far as I wanted to go with that. So, but yeah, there's the mall. But let's get to this reel here. This is behind the scenes for the Anakin on Stab. Explosion. Nothing but cotton with a little bit of paint to it. Now I use red and orange for my paints. Where's my phone? I heard a bleep. Oh, there we go. I use red and orange on the paints, and that's kind of how you get that color. And you use warm lights when because you just put a light inside there. Actually, in my case, I used all my big panel lights, so I had to use the small ones, and I needed to use 2. So there's 2 lights in there. I got the my trash over here. This side is dirty, but the whole point of this little camera angle here is to see that I'm also using the bounce card on the right side. So the light source in the entire shot's all coming from the right. Now I do have some accents on the other side, but for the most part, my main light source is all coming from the right. And I'm pointing with my hand. This one here doesn't have a bounce card, but this one here is bouncing to try to just bring that light across the entire scene, right?
Right. Okay.
I just didn't have any bigger lights, and I didn't want to bounce it again and confuse it. This one's just a little lower set and just shining as bright as it can towards the back. This red from here, this orange though, this turned out really well. And don't mind the skulls. I'm just using them there to weight down that side of the base.
Right. I was gonna say, yeah, they're out of frame anyway. Yep.
What's up, Exotic Carfax? How you doing, man? How you doing? But yeah, I got my 3 clones here. They're all in running poses, and Rex in the front. There you go. Now you can see it. And now I don't know if I actually show this light in the other shot, but here's my blue light lighting up the lightsaber. It's not showing too well because it's really just doing what I want it to do. It's just now you can see it. It's lighting up this area blue as a lightsaber would. Trying to get
Plus,
all
the
that
video is
light.
not really catching it the way that your camera's catching it too. So, yeah.
The video is going to catch it differently.
Right.
And I'm trying to bottle off that light. It's hitting Rex a little bit because it's going to, but I got the barn doors open in such a way that it's not hitting them too hard. Oh wait, shit, I can't rewind. So there's the full-on shot there. I got the haze machine blowing here in the background. You can see the blue light off to the side. My white lights they're actually set to warm settings because of this explosion. I want to carry on that warm effect from that explosion in the lighting. Here's my loom cubes. That's set to I can't read it. It's all blurry. But I do have one loom cube as you see, facing straight ahead, just to kind of light up the front. I did try a bounce card, but I didn't have enough light coming towards the camera to bounce it back. So I had to set this light behind the camera and just set it, it's like 50%. So it's not casting a lot of light. It's just bringing out that definition in the front without, so you don't lose him. He's not all dark. Because that stap was really dark and stuff. And, there's the shot. What I liked with this shot really, and it was unintentional, but it really worked out, is this fire. I love how this light carried throughout the entire scene because no other orange light is this low, right? And look at the bottom of the stap.
Right.
That's all coming from that fire, that explosion fire from the back. And I love it because it's, it lit it as it would. So that light is carrying, and I love it because, usually when you're shooting this stuff, light doesn't carry like that.
Kind of like your goblin shot with the glider and how it
well, that I
like caught that light
intentionally
from the
that
right.
I intentionally had the light at the bottom.
Right.
This one, I didn't even try it, but that fire
But it's
light is
giving that
coming here and
effect.
bouncing off Rex. It's bouncing on all of these the way it should, and it's hitting the bottom of the stap, which is great. What's going on, P Rock? How you
Hey, P-Rock.
doing?
What's going on, man?
And Robden, Robden Gammo, how you doing, man? How you doing? You need some blue hue tints in the explosion. I ran out of lights. There was nothing I could have done. In fact, I had a faux pas. And Green, do you see anything that I need to work on in this picture? Let me get to the actual picture. That probably work better.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know of something that was pointed out to me, and this is something that hopefully you'll notice because I've told you about it in the past, and I forgot to fix it.
Oh God, there's so many things. I don't know. Just kidding.
Well, if you don't notice it, that's great
No,
because
no. Well, and
I
I'm
will.
sitting back from my from the MacBook, so I can't really see it that great. But no, I don't notice anything.
I forgot to blur the lightsaber to give it that depth.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I see it now. Yeah,
I tried
just
to go
too
back
clean
and fix it, but
because it's behind him. Yeah.
yeah, but I couldn't. It was pointed out to me when I was, because I shared it with you and a couple other people last night to talk about it, and they
Right.
noticed it, and I was like, damn it. And it was just I would have had to fix it in After Effects, not in Photoshop, because After Effects casts, see all those blue around the lightsaber, it
Mm-hmm.
casts all of that. So the only way, in case you guys ever run into this, if you're using just Photoshop or whatever, what's up, Nomad? How you doing, man? In fact, I think you pointed it out. But all this blue around here is all tied to this lightsaber effect. So yeah, I can blur it, but the blur would be the whole lightsaber, and really that blur should start around here and start coming down, right? It shouldn't be the entire length of the lightsaber. And the other thing that happens when you run a blur on a particular layer is it's going to blur all this. So everything here is just going to get washed out even more. It's not going to have that highlight to it.
Yeah, it would look like you're trying to put a mask on top of it, and it would
Yeah.
just like put a almost like a defined line in there too. Yeah, it
Yeah,
wouldn't be
and I
smooth.
tried to put a masking layer with the blur and mask it in, but the problem is when I did that, it would make like this outlying line, even though I try my best to stay in the lines or whatever, it make that like darker because I've masked the blurred version, which is lighter. I've masked some of it off to make room for what have you, and then you have darker stuff that's behind it because one layer on top of another is lightening up even more, and it would make you would see that I've like either drawn it in or something. It would just look really off, and I figured this is the
Mm-hmm.
the lesser of two weevils. So thank you, Barrett. Thank you.
That I would say that when I see this one though, honestly, this looks like one of those like the insert art in the box. It looks like box art. I mean, that's how much I like this one.
Well, this
So
was totally
except for the saber now that you pointed it out, but outside outside of that, it does it's like perfect outside of that.
well, this was totally inspired by Zord Photography Shot because he got his first. I mean, I would have done this, but let me bring up Zord real quick. He doesn't really subscribe to this, but I'm bringing him up anyway because he's got some great stuff. But he's got this Anakin on Stap Shot. Is it? Wait, I thought he had it where he was hanging off. Come on.
Yeah, I think it's right. No, there's
He's got
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka doing it, but you've seen the shot, then you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, because I follow him. Yeah.
It's not that shot. I know it wasn't that shot. He's got one where Anakin's hanging off. Maybe he doesn't. I could have swore he did, but it's not here.
I'm actually.
Yeah, see if you can see it, because my Instagram's all hating me. Um, but all right. Well, weird. He's got some great stuff. He does a lot of solo light stuff. Um, like this. I mean, he didn't sign up for this, but I'm gonna, since I got him here, he's got one huge light source over here on the right side. That's essentially it. Ooh, I like how he lit up the turbines. That's something I should have done. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously they wouldn't last that long, but they do light up really good with the batteries.
Oh, is that from the bat? I didn't even put the batteries in.
Yeah, that back panel comes off. Yeah.
Yeah, so here's his behind the scenes here. He's just using the regular sunlight for his light source too, which is crazy. And then he'll blow some aerosol at it. So check him out, guys. I mean, he didn't sign up for this, but check him out. In fact, I need to get him on here, I think. But anyway.
Yeah, I can't find that, but
well, then if he didn't do it, then I don't have to give him any credit. And sure. The one thing I've noticed is with this figure though, his neck and head are one piece, so that makes posing his head a little trickier. Because I wanted his head in the shot, I wanted his head tilted more this way, over to the side here, and having him look more towards the camera. But being one piece, I couldn't quite nail it. So I don't like that he's looking kind of off this way, but he could still be targeting somebody over there. I mean, he's just, his whole point right now, he's running interference. You know, he's protecting his troopers running up behind him. That's what he's doing. He's not out there.
And the unfortunate thing too, like with that head sculpt, is with the armor and the neck, is that you just have to be careful. If you twist it too much, like that neck can rub up against the armor piece. So, but it looks pretty good though.
P Rock says he's moving back downstairs. Cool beans, cool beans. Rock on. I'm just looking through the chat real quick.
The only thing that it needs are battle droids, and we need those like.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Sooner than later.
I'm really personally, I'm happy about this light here on this bottom of the stat.
Oh yeah,
that caught, man. That worked out great.
Actually, what would look cool too is if you used. I've got a bunch of the Black Series ones that if you put those real close into the frame, and they would get just blurred out, just so you would have that hint of something in front of it, as if there were droids like running away. I think that would look cool too, because I think it would. Well, and as far as Black Series go, they actually look good, for a battle droid. So
that would be cool, but I was running out of real estate. This figure here is almost at the edge of the table where the camera is.
So, right.
So in order to get everybody else, I love how perfectly Rex is. He's got that distance. I mean, I did an aperture of 2.8 here, so my f2.8. So Anakin
didn't lose too much.
I didn't lose too much at all. I think Rex. I mean, he's fuzzy enough to let you know he's behind him, but not as fuzzy as say the troopers behind him. And I just love that depth, like not just the one set one thing behind him, but that extra depth of like even more figures behind Rex. And Rex is in a full on sprint mode to keep up with Anakin here. They're all trying to keep up with him. But as
soon as you even get into a 2 point, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I would say even if you sometimes shoot in a 2.8, even just like the staff itself would get blurred out, like different parts of it too, and then just like that's super sharp and in focus. But like I said, the Rex is still, you look at him and know that he's not one of the other troopers.
Well, that would depend on what lens you're using. Okay, so here I'm using my 32 millimeter. If you're using like a 50 millimeter or macro lens, you would have more bokeh there on the Stap and on Rex, because even though the aperture is still 2.8, if you're using something designated macro, it's gonna be a tighter shot, and it's gonna make things flatter because the depth of field is gonna be longer. It's really hard to explain completely, but
Hmm.
If I did this with a 100mm lens, which is the only thing else I got, it's a macro lens. First off, I'd have to be like at the other end of the house to take this shot with these figures because they're huge compared to the macro lens and what it wants to do with it.
Right.
Um,
It just depends on the focal point of the lens itself, let alone, right?
but I
Yeah.
mean, let me see. Yeah, all right. So here's the macro lens and work here, right? Table's the same size, right? It's the same size. This is f8, but look how bokeh out that back is.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there is right where that last trooper was. That wall is
Right.
right where the back trooper was. So these are all on the same plane, these back troopers, because it's the end of it's like the back end of the table. It's like the last bit of the table. So yeah, just look how much fuzzier that is. And I'm shooting this wide, even though I'm using my macro lens. See if I get any other. That's not a good one because there's too much. I mean, that's f22. I gotta, I have to put it way up there to get all this detail.
To get it sharp, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm trying to think any other macro lens stuff going on. Let's see. Noble Young, Don Prime, come get some. Okay, you guys are doing some weird. All right, whatever. Y'all doing the weird. All right. So, Harold, man, let's take a look at your stuff, man. Let's see. I got tagged all week with people's. Oh, what? I don't know why I did that. Tagged. Let's see.
Yeah, because I don't think I put it in the tag.
Yeah, this is my shadow ban in effect right now, though. This is a Star Wars Time Show or whatever. They shared it. They're like way much higher than my likes on mine.
Oh, right, right.
Here we go. Here we go. We got Rippic Tan. Let me. I guess we don't need to be there. All right. Go ahead, Harold. What do you think of this? This is the Hot Toys, right? No, this is a Black Series. There's joints there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's a Black Series. No, for the Black Series, I like that. I like the way the background's bokeh out. And I'm trying to like look at it too. I need to actually go into the tag so I can see the full photo.
He tagged Toy Maz as well, so if the hashtags show up for you, you can try it. But
This is just Maz,
Toy Maz is what
Toy Maz. That's
the
right.
new hashtag is, even though it's just as broken as Invader Maz, I think. So.
I'm like struggling here. Sorry.
All right. Well, while you're looking at that, I'll go over here. I love the use of the flare you got here on the lightsaber.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, a little added effect there. In fact, let's see. And you got, of course, your own lighting on Darth Vader's, modular stuff here. Let's take a look at what else we got. Oh, Anakin as well. Very pensive look there. Good lighting on him though.
I do like that Black Series. Those Clone Wars figures that they had, the Target exclusives.
Oh, were they Target exclusive?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's got a bounce card, I think, on this right side. Because Anakin's, even though the sun's over here, Anakin's face is lit up very well. Okay.
And his left arm in the saber. Yeah.
In fact, you can see the bounce
Anakin.
card here on the
Oh, right.
on his shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the main light over here. You can tell because that's where the harder light is. And then over here, he's got the diffused bounce card, and we know it's a bounce card, and because it's just a very full light here. It's if he was using a secondary light, I think it'd be a little bit harder on this light.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course,
You get that plasticky glare, Black Series glare on it, but that softens it up nice.
Yeah, he's got his sun over here. He's got a bounce card over on this side, where my mouse is. But the sun is kind of washing this out. I mean, I know he's going for that. He wants that lens flare, I think, but it's really washing out a lot of this.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, just that the sun a little bit more directly behind the Vader maybe just so it breaks it up a little bit more.
Yeah, he wants to get the
And
lens flare though, but I think he needed to get
mm-hmm,
this in the shoulder a little bit more. Actually, the best place would be get it right here. That would give you the
right in
lens
the neck.
flare and give you the sparkle you're wanting. But it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to do, especially with sun. You can't like reposition that. You can only move the figure. And what are you gonna do? Dig a hole if you need to get lower? I mean, wait, no, because it's going down and not up. This is not working. I don't know.
Or those moments you think you got it, and a cloud comes by, and it's like,
Ah,
oh, it's gone.
yeah. This one's a little better, but we've
Like,
lost out
yeah,
Vader now. I mean, he's
right.
completely.
Which he's probably. I mean, I think he's kind of going for that look too. But I like the way that Anakin looks in the foreground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Anakin worked out here. Vader's a little bit more fuzzy. Let's see what else we got here. AL.Z, man. Now, this is why I don't buy Black Series. The picture's not bad, but look what the. Ooh, look how plasticky he looks. I mean, I don't know. There's much you could have done to help that.
They've done so well with a lot of sculpts, and they, I mean, really have for that scale. But I almost think that the technique that they use to paint them now, that it's almost because it gives it like a pixelated look to it.
Mm-hmm.
That the more you get, the closer you get, and if you shoot anything like with a macro and try to get tight on something, you can actually see the little dots like over the entire figure. So it
Well,
just it takes, yeah.
this is Book of Boba Fett, so he does have that battle damage going on. According to this, though, it says Typhon Boba Fett Hasbro
Hmm.
Pulse. Is that?
It's the from the end of season. Oh shoot,
I don't
end of
collect.
season 2, Mando.
Okay,
It's tight. Yeah, the Tython's the planet when he goes to get his armor when Grogu
gotcha,
gets taken.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. All right, not a bad shot though. I mean, composition wise, it's actually really good. It's just
Hmm.
the sculpt of the face is
Right.
what's hurting you here. And there's nothing. I mean, if you're shooting this figure, I mean, there's not much else you can do about it. I mean, it's still a great setup of the shot. Just the figure is not helping you the way you want it to be helped. And then my buddy JK, he likes to tag me for his reels. Dude, I kind of want this Iron Man now, though. That's not why we're here. Moving on. Dude, now see, AO, this is where you need to be at, man. Look at it. I love how this trooper's even hidden, man. This, I mean, it's like his camo is working for the scene. That is awesome. Like his color is just, he's almost camouflaged on this beach. It sells you on the whole, like, why did they choose this aesthetic for the armor? But look, Harold, what are your thoughts?
Oh man,
AO.Z.
no, I love that. This, I mean, it's just a pure action shot, and I mean, they basically the way that he has that blurred out. I mean, they obviously they could be just standing straight up and down, but it gives it that like element of them running. I'm trying to find it. I don't know what's wrong with my. It might be just the tag, but I'm trying to follow it or trying to
Yeah, I
look at
know.
it on
I'm
my phone.
sorry.
But
I told you my account's borked, so
okay. Oh, you just went to. Okay, I got
yeah,
you.
I'm under my tag, so it's not the hashtag. Remember last week I told them to just tag me.
Oh,
So that's
right,
where
right.
we're at.
Gotcha.
Noble Young, he likes his elbow coughs. You need to get that looked at, Noble Young. True story. You can't see me give you a thumbs up because I'm got a full screen. Oh well, moving on. I do like the look at this AL.Z, man. You're nailing it with the Hot Toys. The Hot Toys Shore Troopers. A little overexposed here, but you know, I don't know. I'll let Harold go into it. He's a
Um,
big daytime outside shooter, and that's what I mean. I don't think this is outdoors, but it looks like it. It's not
yeah, I
though.
was gonna say it might be a screen in the background, and it's just trying to get that light right. I mean, the one in the back looks like it's lit really good. I think it's just like too strong, like you said, it's washed out on that trooper on its like right hand side. But
Yeah,
I,
you
I,
could
I
have.
like
You could have. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Thought you were.
no, it just overall though I like the tone of it though. I really like that. It looks like a net whether he's using a screen in the back or not. It looks like a nice like natural setting.
The screen in the back works though.
So
It doesn't look like
uh
he's
huh.
got the wrong color for the composition. They match that. The problem is though, is that the light is washing out. I mean, you need just some more contrast in here. So I mean, all you really need to do is either if you got Photoshop, use a camera raw and maybe bring up the contrast a little bit, just to kind of grab some of those blacks and pull them back out. Um, or if you're using Lightroom, again, just adjust your contrast. I think that would be it. Uh,
Nice
send me
glare
a
on the visor too.
You sent me a pic on Facebook. Let's see. Don sent the phone. I see Fat Boys for Life. Don, is that what we're talking about? Hold on here. I gotta find this shot. Don, where'd you send it to me on Facebook? I'm looking at Facebook. I don't see you, Don. He says he sent it to me on Facebook. I don't disagree. I'm just not seeing it. All right. But anyway, yeah, AO does that. This is a great shot. I would have brought the contrast up a little bit more on, and really, if you have Lightroom, you can do it even more precisely. And what I would do if you want to get really hardcore with it, AO.Z, if you have Lightroom, is you do the select mask and you select just the right sides of these guys on both of them and bring up the contrast on just the right sides. Not their full, let this stay washed out on this side because that's your sunlight. The sunlight's just, it's a bright day, right? But bring back some of the darks on the right. There we go, Don. I got you. I think that would be an interesting thing to do as well. Let's see what Don sent me real quick. Don's got his Maju case with his Marvel display. What you got, Harold? Give it to me. Give it to Don.
Give it to Don. Oh, actually, I like that figure too. That's something that I need to just stay away from and not get into. I'm trying to stick with my
Not about the
Spider-Man
figure,
figures.
man. It's not about the
And
figure. It's not about the figure. What do you think of the picture?
for a photo and a display, it looks really good.
So
Like the
Don,
light, like it's like the spotlight like directly above it, and it's casting like really good light on it, shining
yeah.
like the armor's nice and shiny. It doesn't look like any like dead spots as far as like shadow or anything like that.
Okay, so I need to ask Don though. Dude, that's awesome, by the way, Don. He says, his rescue is coming in from Australia. The one thing I need to ask you, Don, is, are you trying to get any kind of cinematic look, or are you just kind of doing like a display picture? Because if you're going for display pictures, these are fine. If you want to do any deeper dives into the photography of this, one of the big things you're going to want to bring in is some more contrast, just like the other shot. I mean, this is a very balanced shot. It's obviously shot with your phone. And with your phone, you can bring in some of those contrasts and it will just make it look a little bit better, but don't overdo it because then you're going to, it is shooting JPEG, so it is going to crush it and that's going to make it look muddy. But just if you have like an iPhone or whatever, play with the edit features and just play with your contrasts, your black points, your details, those kind of things. Maybe even brilliance to bring in some of that because it's kind of a flat colors on Tony Stark. I'm picking him because he's right here in the front. His colors just seem a little flat. They could use maybe a little bit of brilliance. Maybe even bring up some of the highlights so you can get those reflections in the armor a little better. But just play with the editing software that's on your actual photo, taking your phone, and you'll be able to bring this in. I think a little bit better. Just get more detail and less flat, lifeless. Because I mean, if you want to just show what you got, that's great. But if you want to give it any kind of life, you need to play with a little bit of that light here because it's a very flat sheen to the whole thing. Did I lose anybody on that? Harold, you got really quiet, man. Was I too mean?
Oh, I no. I just got people coming in the house, so I just put it on mute while they
Hi,
were walking
people.
in.
But it's not a bad pitch, Don. It's obviously you're just like, hey, look at my stuff. This is what this does. If you want anything more out of that, though, play with some of the settings in your editing of your, my iPhone. I mean, if I take a picture, I can sit there and, just, go through, like in the picture, there's an edit button. You can click and just play with those settings and just mess around with them, get to know them a little better, and you can probably pull out a lot just by doing that. Let's see, back to where we were though. Nope, back here. Dude, what is this? Look at this articulated comic book art. Oh, they tagged me because they put in one of my shots. This Pennywise. What's up, Figgy? How you doing, man? How you doing? All right, 98 Transformers. This guy likes to tag me. I don't think he's here to get pulled apart, but he tags me a lot. But we'll go over this. I mean, I don't know really what to say because I don't think he tagged me for this. Well, actually, we'll skip it because I don't want to. Let's go into somebody who signed up for this. Look at this, AO.Z. Dude.
See, now this looks good because you get a nice contrast on that the left hand side of the trooper. Yeah, that looks good.
What's up, Big Dog Pound?
Hey, Big Dog Pound.
Here, what's up? And Figgy, what's going on? All right, let's move on here. Yeah, I really have no complaints with the this product. And again, I think that you got a great colors in this shot. You got, the lighting works for the entire set that you're in. Oh, Big Dog Pound, you talking about mine? I did shoot him today or yesterday and posted him today. All right. Back to AL.Z. I love everything you got here. The colors work. It all works with the scene. Nothing looks like it's been put in here. But if I were to nitpick a little bit, because you know me, I'm going to, this fist in relation to his wrist seems weird. The armor is just sitting funny. It just needs a little adjustment somewhere, I think. I don't know. Just like a twist of the armor or something. I think it would have done it. Just bugs me.
It was probably turned the other way, just for the elbow bend, if anything. But it looks like there's enough room in the gap that he could turn it a little bit just to get it. But yeah.
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about though? It's like it's sitting in weird in relation to it's making his whole wrist look broken or something.
But that's absolutely something I would leave in. So myself.
Yeah. As far as faux pas, man, it's right up there with my Anakin with the lightsaber.
Right.
It's just that this is shoulda, woulda, coulda. Like I said, the whole picture's great. It's just something I'm seeing, and it bugs me. I can't help it. I can't help it. For Big Dog Pound, yeah, we can. If you want to go back over that real quick, we can. Star Wars Time Show shared it though. Oh man. So yeah, we did this shot last night and posted them today. All this is in camera. If you go to my Instagram, we'll go back to it later. We got the behind the scenes shot there. That's JK stuff. Let's move on to Star Wars 6 scale. Look at this.
Oh yeah, he shared that. He tagged me in that one too. That's really good. I love that.
Dude, this is great stuff, man. I think he put this on Figure Flex Friday as well.
I think so, yeah.
I think I saw it on Figure Flex. I don't know. Maybe I'm smoking something. Thank you, Big Dog Pound. Thank you. Appreciate it. OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars, man. I hope you voted on a wallpaper for this month, man. We're tied up. We need members to vote on the wallpaper. If you're not a member, become a channel member. It's just one tier. You get free you get wallpapers once a month. Whatever you guys vote on. Right now, there's 4 different wallpapers. If you go to the members tab, you can see what they are. You can only vote though, or excuse me, the community tab. You can see what they are. If you can only vote though, if you're a member. So that's where the actual poll is. So yeah, man, guys, sign up, become a member. That would be great. It'd be helping me out. Like OG fan, he's a member. He's awesome. Figgy. Oh wait, hold on. Figgy, been following an IG for a while, but first time joining this. Dude, thank you. Do you gents do critique streams? Every Tuesday, we go over, my shots, and if Harold had more shots, we'd go over his shots. Or we usually have Cinematoygrapher here as well, but he's out of the country until he said January 8th he should be back. But we sometimes cycle in guests as well. We've had Sir Dork on here. We've had Trevor, 1/6 shooter, Jason, Michael. We've had a whole plethora of guests. So yeah, we get
Sunset Doom
in here all the time.
Yep.
Sunset Doom. Yeah, I need to get him back too. Um, but yeah, we try to point out what we can to help everybody do better if they want it, and all they have to do is right now, since hashtags are broken for me, either I'm shadow banned or they're just broken. I don't know. I'm gonna pretend like I'm shadow banned though and stop posting for a few days, which is gonna kill me inside because I want to post. Monday through Friday I like to post, but it's gonna kill me. I'm gonna just have to wait. Um, I'm still gonna take pictures though. So, Don, I'm not here to make fun of your pictures. But anyway, yeah, what we do is we go over what we can, and sometimes I'll shoot footage of my process, and we'll make a video of that or something, and post that, and, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's all about toy photography here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. For the live streams. So if you want me to go over anything, just tag me, at Moz_toy_box. And also make sure you hashtag Toy Moz, just so I know that that's what it's for, because people tag me sometimes. I don't want to critique stuff that's not for that. On to Star Wars 6 Desert Reconnaissance Shot, man. I love this. Is this a custom Boba Fett, though? I mean, it's just awesome. This figure is just awesome.
Yeah, it looks like...
I think it's
Death
like
Watch, maybe?
It's like a military guy with a Boba Fett helmet that's been customized.
Yeah, but it looks like he's got the knee armor on there. Yeah. That's a Boba Fett armor, yeah. Just a hit bash.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome. I love this. I love this figure. So, do you have any pointers on this shot? I don't know if there's a lot we can touch here, but we'll try. That's the point of us.
I mean, and I like it too because I think it looks like natural light. It doesn't look like a panel light or anything that's lighting it from the front. But that nice warm tone to it. It looks really good.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it does look like it's natural light. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good.
No, you're good. Keep going.
No, I'm just trying to see. I mean, it looks like it's lit well from the pretty much like even his leg and stuff like that. Nothing's really lost anywhere. I mean, yeah, it looks really good.
There's not a whole lot I would say about this shot. I mean, the composition of it is great. The lighting is really good. The only thing maybe is that I think in general the shot, and I do this a lot, the shot's a little dark. So maybe you just bump up the levels just a little bit. I mean, don't play with the light. I think your lighting is great. Just kind of punch it a little bit, give it a little bit of punch. I don't know. Or leave it alone. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I just maybe a little bit more vibrancy or something. Just something that's a little bit more. I know he's supposed to be stealth, hiding behind this thing, like lost in the shadows and everything, but just a little bit of punch to it can go a long way. Not a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, and the only thing, and that would probably help too, just like where his hands and holding the gun, that you could probably pull that out because, and again, I'm looking at it I'm just sitting back from my computer screen and not really seeing it. So if I had it like blown up full screen, it probably would look fine. So, yeah,
exactly. I'm just cycling through some of these comments here. I have been reading them. I just have been really bad at clicking on them. So I apologize. You guys are having fun there. Don Prime, of course. And he says it was a kit bash using coyote powder and camo. All right, that's rock on, dude. But now we're back to AL.Z with Black Series, and this is a great shot. Go ahead, Harold. I don't have anything to say about this. This is great. I like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. This one looks really good. I mean, are you sure that's I guess it is a Black Series.
Well, it's not a hot toy. Well, no, it could be. It just got a custom head sculpt. Because hot toys. Yeah, you got a custom head sculpt on there.
I can see the stitching in the arm there too. But yeah, with the custom. But
so the head sculpt's not quite Pedro Pascal, but that's fine. It just this shot now to me looks like a Black Series, but with real clothes.
Right.
It's not bad. I mean, it's pretty awesome. I hope it wasn't too costly, but for the head sculpt, it's not a bad head sculpt. But it's like, who is that? If I didn't know it was supposed to be Pedro Pascal, I would be like, who is that?
Hey Eddie, what's up, man?
Yes,
yeah,
Eddie,
I'm just I'm just mad because I don't have my transport trooper here. It was supposed to be here today, but it won't be here till tomorrow.
That's
So,
okay. Mine isn't here yet
but
either. I don't have my Ahsoka yet either. So
oh,
there's see he's not tagging me for the hashtag, so we're gonna skip. He just likes to tag me for his stuff, but
first stuff, right? Yeah,
so some good stuff. Rippick, man, Rippick Tan, man.
that's nice.
Look at that. This is great. I love it. You got your little air gun giving you that movement on the ground, which is awesome. Go ahead, Harold. I
No,
always
this
jump in
well,
first.
and this is something that I've had an idea for with my hot toy chariot that I've been wanting to do for a while and all my troopers. So this is definitely inspiring me. So I'll have to make sure that I tag them and when I share that,
Hell
it's
yeah, hell yeah.
definitely something that I've been wanting to do.
Let's get some other stuff here. Let's see what this is real quick. Some
Like cropped in and
close
stuff. Yeah.
ups. Oh, we got a little BTS.
Oh, here we go.
Thing.
Oh yeah.
Looks he's in his backyard, maybe on some porch thing. Yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Those Dio pieces, yeah, nice.
Yeah. Rock on, rock on.
Very cool.
I like it. I like this a lot. Let's go back here real quick though. I think the shot's great. His Chirrut's pose is a little weird. It looks almost like he's sitting on a pole that you can't see. So
right.
that's something I probably would have caught, before I finished the shot. The other thing is his head. I would have tilted the top of his head down a little bit. And since he's blind, so he's not going to be looking at anybody mechanically, but I would have tilted his head down a little bit, from the top, and then maybe had him look kind of towards the ground a little bit. But yeah, other than that, this shot's great. I love it. But yeah, his stance looks weird. Like maybe it's just the way the clothes are. I don't know, but it looks like this is his rump here, and it's planted on something.
Right. I mean, it kind of makes it look like he's just kicking out whatever certain way too. So maybe it made it look that way, and it might be just the soft goods of the figure.
Yeah, it could be the
kind of
soft
make
goods.
it look that way.
I don't know for sure.
So,
but, but yeah, and then again, I would have probably retilted his head because him looking straight at the camera, he's blind. Why is he gonna look at the camera?
Right.
So, yeah. But other than that, the lighting's great. The composition of the shot in general is great. And the effects here are really nice. I like this. All of this here. I just would have finagled the pose a little bit more. And I really hate doing that. I had to do that last night on the Anakin one, man. I had to keep playing with the poses. And you know how many times my 501st fell over last night? And they were on hot toy stands, but they're in running poses. So they're not waist clamp or dynamic stands. They're just groin crotch grabbers. So
right.
Any little shift and they're like, hey, we're gonna fall now.
Yep.
It was really
but I like the depth of this with the troopers in the background too. That looks really good.
Yeah, the composition of this is great.
That.
I just like I said, his pose is a little wonky to me, and that's something I probably would have played around with after a few test shots. So let's see here. What we got here? What's next? Oh, AO does it. Look at this.
Nice.
AO.Z, your trooper is lit so well. The Hot Toys Stormtrooper Commander, you got a transport trooper behind him. Harold, you got anything you want to add here?
No, I mean, I think if anything, maybe just the transport trooper a little bit more to one side, just so you catch a little bit more of his helmet. But the focus is on the stormtrooper. So I mean, just the purely the shot of the stormtrooper itself and the way that it's lit it looks really good. So,
I just lost my lights.
Oh,
ooh, my light just died. Oh, wait, hold on. Keep talking.
No, I'm sure. Put me on the okay. But no, I mean, overall, I mean, the composition still looks good. I mean, that would be the only thing I would do is just to move them out like a few more inches just to catch a little bit more of that transport trooper.
I think my light's dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got another bulb upstairs, but I think it's upstairs. Hold on. Let me shoot. Guys, give me a second for technical difficulties. I apologize. I mean, if I stay off camera, it's fine. You won't, that it's all grand. But maybe Harold wants to be on camera. I don't know.
No, that's okay. You can leave it on there. No, you leave it where it's at. You're all good.
All right. I'll stay off
No.
camera for a bit, but I may have. Oh, I
Oh,
wanted to
nice.
comment. That's really great. We're gonna go back to that, but I agree
Yeah.
with you. I think what would have been great is to get this head coming off to the side of his shoulder, so you see that's just the shape of this mask here.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great thing because actually, until you mentioned it, I didn't think of that. I thought that he was lit pretty well, but I think you were onto something there. I think you want at least the silhouette of this mask off his shoulder, so like completely out from behind the shoulder. The other thing is maybe a little bit more light behind them. Just bringing them out from that background a little bit, particularly the
Right.
transport trooper because he's kind of meshing back there. But
And if he was moved out a little bit, maybe he would catch a little bit more light anyway. And then then that right side's just a little bit darker. But
the commander himself, the stormtrooper commander, is great. I like him. He
Mhm.
worked out really good. Dude, now this is fire, quite literally. I love this one. AL.Z again. Now, of course, these are Photoshop embers, but that's fine. He's got the light to answer for it. The light that's supposedly coming from that whatever fire or whatever's over here, and he's lit it so well. I don't think there's anything I can say about this.
Mm-mm.
It's really
that glow going like down the helmet from the crown all the way down from the visor down to the mouth.
yeah.
And you that right, even the left hand shoulder still has a little bit of light on that side, so it like doesn't, it's not like that side's not like muddy or lost.
Yeah,
No, that
this
looks
is a
that
really
looks
good
really
kind
good.
of duality type shot.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is I would have maybe put him off to the side a little bit more, and maybe I don't know. I wouldn't have put him center frame. I would want to have him off to one of your thirds and not just center. Other
Yeah,
than
I
that,
have a hard time with that. I'm
yeah,
trying to break that routine of always trying to center things.
it's tricky. It's tricky. I'm not great at it either. But other than that, I love this shot. It's beautiful, lit very well.
Yeah, I like that.
So he's got his main source over here, and maybe a bounce card over here, if anything. And I don't know if it's not bounce. No, he's got a top source up here. You can see the white. There's a top source over to a little bit on the side, I think, and above. So it's pointing kind of down this way. And I say that because this whole side's still pretty dark. So
Yeah, I mean, I've caught even light that way just from my TV being on. Like if I've shot and like on the floor in front of the TV or in front of my displays, and it'll kind of catch that light from a distance.
yeah,
So it could be
this
something
is
like
hardcore.
just an outside source. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a hardcore shot though, man. I'm really digging it. Let's see if this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this little light and see if I get enough light from it. Let's see. Oh, it's not bad, but I got nothing to put it on. Hold on, Harold. Again, you hold up there. Hold the fort for a second.
All right.
Well, you gotta hold the
So
fort.
if anybody, so does anybody else in the chat have anything coming in? Like I said, my transport trooper's coming in tomorrow. Does anybody else have anything expected anytime soon? I know there's a lot of stuff starting to show up in stock at Sideshow, so I know comic shops are starting to get things like the what is it, the Snowspeeder Luke that's starting to show up, the Darth Maul.
I'm still waiting on Ahsoka and transport trooper.
Oh, nice, Bennigan, nice. Yeah, I love the Django. That one, I mean, I kind of have him in what I would say is kind of a generic pose where he's kind of like reaching down to grab the guns out of his holster, but I mean, just the shine, like in the lighting in the display, he looks really good.
Ah.
And I'm so happy I didn't sleep on that Anakin, because that was one that I guarantee you, especially after seeing your photo, that probably a couple months like after it was out of or waitlisted, I would have been kind of ticked off at myself.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy I didn't sleep on them too, but I'm still mad that I had to buy them. Why couldn't the Sideshow one come with a staff? That's the one I wanted.
Right.
All right, let's see how lit up I am. Beardy Nerdy Oaf, what's going on? Mark, how you doing? Let me see how lit up I am. Oh, that's not too bad.
Dark spike, nice.
I got another light bulb. It's
No,
upstairs though in the office or
it's
one of the
mood
other room.
lighting.
So right now I got this little guy. He's trying to light me as best as he can. I'm very weird lit. So in case you guys are just tuning in, one of my lights burnt out. I need to replace these with LEDs. These are old little key lights I bought. But I need to just buy LEDs or something. All right, moving on. Wow, that's right. That's right in front of where my monitor is. So I look to see.
Like you're being questioned.
Well, no, I mean I'm just trying to look and see.
Right.
There we go. That's not bad. All right, and it's not blinding me. So let's get back to this here. Where were we? Wow, we were way down here, dude. AO.Z. Now you're killing it here, buddy. I got to move this out of the way a little bit.
Oh wait, I'll be right.
You're leaving me in the middle of this? All right. Dude. All right. Let me answer some questions before I go into the AL.Z picture. Then how about that? Let me back up here. Eddie, what's going on? I think I already said Big Dog Pound, of course. Bennikin, not bought yet. I'm still looking to get Anakin and Django. Yeah, I'm considering Django, but he's from Attack of the Clones or whatever, and it's just the prequels have never been me. I do like Clone Wars though. So, Bearded Nerdy Oaf just received Soto Toys Dark Spider, dude. Is that the Spider-Man Noir one? Is that what that one is? Bennikin seeing Django picks with smaller with the silver armor gets me pumped for the Chrome Mando. Yeah. Chrome Mando. I'll have all of them. I'm not getting rid of one to buy any of them either. I'm just buying Chrome Mando too. SJC Moz, are you getting Miles Spider-Verse? Yes. I'm just waiting on him. In fact, Harry, aka Cinematoygrapher, one of my co-hosts, he's gonna make me a printing of the he's gonna make me a STL file for the Chrysler Building Eagle gargoyles. So that I can print one of those out because I want to have Miles sitting on one of those, slapping a sticker on it, hanging his leg off, that kind of deal. I want to get that shot where he's doing that. He's just kind of like, having a good time there. That'd be a great shot, I think. Problem is, I could buy the STL, but it's like $60. And that seems a bit excessive. Or I can get one free, but it's not the whole Eagle, and it still needs work. But Harry's really good on those 3D programs, so he's going to build me out the Eagle. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Did you get him from from Sideshow or from your comic
Yeah,
shop?
I'm waiting on him from Sideshow.
From Sideshow, okay. Cool.
Flex the Obi. That's what Dokinator said, man.
Oh yeah, I got my my Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan out.
Jelly.
That goes back. That was my second pre-order, I think.
That's a nice one.
Yeah,
that's a nice one.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, man. Spider-Man Noir, dude. That's awesome. I think Lou's got that one. I don't know where he's at. I know he wasn't feeling too well today, so yeah, he's not gonna be here. But dude, that's a cool looking figure. All right, let's move on.
That looks good.
Transport Trooper, man. The shot itself looks great. What do you think, man? What are your thoughts on this, Harold?
I think as far as lighting, the way that it's lit, I mean, it definitely looks like it's being lit correctly from where the sun would be, and then you're getting some of that glow like from the laser blast too, and catching some of that light because you're getting a little bit of that on the visor.
Yeah,
that reddish tone like there, and then even on the hand, like he lit it from the front, so like the knuckles are catching light from that.
Mm-hmm. That's all you have?
I don't see anything. Yeah, I was gonna say there's nothing I would see unless you see something in like the pose. The one thing I don't like about that, and it's the same thing as the Mud Troopers, that the sleeves on them are like really short. So even no matter it's kind of hard to hide that, like the the wrist, which it's, I mean, from that angle, you can't really tell. It just looks like a short sleeve, or the sleeves, rides up a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's the figure. So yeah, it looks good though.
All right, I think he did a really good overall job with this. Again, as you were saying, you got the lighting on him pretty well. The composition is great. He's not in the center, which is good. He's using the thirds. The only thing that's bugging me is this beam.
Maybe the blend on it or something, maybe.
Well, he's washed out the entire front end of the gun with whatever effect. So if you're
Right.
using Photoshop to do this, you probably want to use like the blend diff tool to kind of let that muzzle show up through these effects. I mean, and you can control the amount that it shows up, so it wouldn't be 100%. Obviously, this is going to wash it out a lot and make it hard to see. But I think this is a bit too washed out. Like, it's just completely gone from what I can tell. I don't know how much of it is just this light in my face, because I got this, the new light here because my own died. But yeah, this is like the front of the gun is just cut off right here, and it's just he's using a flare here, and then the beam. And if you want to critique the beam a little bit, this red is a little harsh on the edges. You'd want to probably play with the blur on that a little bit. Other than that, though, man, the actual picture is great, and of course, Photoshop is just a matter of practice. I'm still not great at it. I'm always working on it, so what can you do?
And I'm so bad at it that I gave up trying the first time, and I need to get back to it. But
you do. You can't give up on it, man. If you have it, you got to use it, man. You got to play with it. If you don't play with it, it'll fall off.
I just had a mouthful of soda. Thanks, man.
That's what she said. Man. Bearded Nerdy Oaf, man. Very cool looking, though. Mine has a few issues. Video on it will be going up Thursday about it. Shameless plug. No, dude. If you guys haven't checked out Bearded Nerdy Oaf, man, go give him a check out, man. He's got some 1/6 figure reviews that he does. I actually like it because he buys a lot of I don't know how do you put it, but he'll buy off the secondary market a lot of the figures, and he'll sometimes even buy the open box stuff, and it's really great to see what other stuff's out there. And of course, his experience with the figure, I love his attitude. Even when he runs into a problem, he's always able to just kind of shrug it off, which is great. And I love that about him. So
yeah, I just subbed to him, as a matter of fact.
Check him out. He's a great guy. Mark's really cool, man. Really great guy. Moving on. We're going to move on to, that's JK again. See, he's not hashtagging me anywhere, so we're going to move on. That's not why he's tagging me. Dang it. He keeps tagging me. He got some great reels, though, man. His reels are fun. I think we're done with anybody else.
I was going to say it might be.
And he's not tagging me for that either. He's tagging me just because. So,
right.
Yeah, I think we're done. That's all of those. All right, so somebody was asking me about the Anakin shot again, so we'll go revisit that real quick, Harold. I know you're. So, yeah, this is all in camera. The only thing that's not in camera is the lightsaber effect and the embers and stuff I got floating around in the background. And really, if I had not had so much trouble with these figures falling over, I would love to have done a little bit more on this background and maybe done like some like debris shooting off from this explosion. And of course, practical effect debris. What I'd like to have done is like maybe pieces of foam painted up to look like debris, and then get some more of that cotton and put light behind it, darker cotton, so it looks like it's trailing off and like shooting way up in the air or something.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be something I'll have to visit next time. But
but the embers were a nice touch too. I actually like that because that's something that I probably wouldn't have thought to do. And there's some decent effects even in the PixArt program that I use, like stickers and stuff, that if you change the opacity, you can make them blend in, to look pretty good. I've done it with like snow and things like that. So, but yeah, I really like that.
Well, these are some effects I got from Envato Elements, which I've canceled that subscription, so it still hasn't run out yet, though. And the stuff you download, you get to keep. But the problem is I could never find what I wanted on there. I had to really settle for things, and it was like, you're too expensive for me to have to settle for anything. So anyway, this is not a plug or anything. Moving on. So there's three different Ember effects going on. I got some smaller, like actual Ember labeled effects, or little particle embers. They're all around the fire. And then I pulled out just particle effects from a different effects pack, and I just put a huge one, all throughout the whole scene. I masked them off of Anakin for the most part because I didn't want to cover him, and I masked them off of Rex for the most part and off of most of the people, because even though there's depth to it, because I've left some places, there is depth to it, but I didn't want to really distract from the characters, so I masked down a lot from some of the characters. But one of the cool things is when I did this, I then added an adjustment layer to the main bit of embers here, the one covering most of this, and I colorized them. I did a hue adjustment layer, and I colorized them to kind of get some of this orange back into them, because these are just white particles. They weren't colored at all. So just ran a hue adjustment layer and just colorized them and kind of got them to kind of match the scene. So yeah. But we'll run the behind the scenes video again, guys, and go over it one more time here. There's the explosion again. It's just a bunch of cotton that's been painted red and red and orange. It's got two lights in there. One of them's got a red gel on it, and the other one's got a warm gel on it, just which is more like an orangish, just warm. I'm sorry, no, that's not what this one is. I'm sorry. This has got a red gel one, and then no gel, white. That's right. And the no gel one's just brighter because the lights I was using was just not made for the task to shine through the little lume cubes, and they just don't have that spread to shine and really give you the lit up of the whole cloud. So I had to put two in there. And of course, the haze machine was off to the right. We missed that. It just went so quick. And there's the blue light that's shining down on Anakin's lightsaber. Ah, damn it. Oh, I broke it. So here's a forward-facing light. It's just it's a warm light, so it's at 3200 Kelvin, and it's set to 5%. It's just giving a little hint of light to the front of the snap and stuff, because before I put this on there, it was very dark in the front because I had no lights in the front of them. Of course, these lights here, this one's bouncing off a white piece of poster board, and then there's another light behind that that's pointing straight out to the scene. It's just a low set light just to kind of help round out that light so it lights up all those figures. Because one of the big problems when you shoot this deep is lighting up everybody appropriately. So
and not casting shadows in different places and stuff like that too. Yeah.
So right. I just tried to emulate the one light source on the side here. So they're both set to the same temperature or warmer light. So probably 3200 Kelvin. Don't quote me on that. And the reason why these are so warm is because I really wanted to play off this fire and let, just that smoke continue and carry that warmth up with it. And then on this side, most of it, I don't have any light, individual light shining on this left side. I only have the blue light lighting up Anakin and a little bit of Rex from the cast off, just to give him that lightsaber blue. As far as anything else on the left side, I just got a white piece of poster board bouncing off all this light back into the middle. So it's just, from this side, I got another bounce card on this side, which is just bouncing things back so that everybody's lit up all around, which is the great thing with bounce cards. So yeah, that's the extent of that shot, man. That's all we got. So you guys have any questions, man? If you have any questions about any shot, if we haven't gone over your shot today, and let me take a look at the hashtag and see if there's anything I can see that's worth it. Up here, let's see. Oh, this one we didn't go over. I was posted yesterday. Cobb Vanth, AO.Z. What you got, man? What you got? Harold.
Oh, it's not showing up. It's not showing up on my screen.
Oh, I gotta share it.
There you go.
What you think, man? What you think? What you
I
got?
think just that one side is like, I mean, I think his left side of his face, the light looks pretty good. I think it's probably just like washed out a little bit too much on the right, but I like that depth with the rocket pack on the back with him in the foreground. But yeah, just softening up that light, I think would be helpful just to take some of that glare off of it.
Yeah, that glare is killing me. Otherwise, the
Mm-hmm.
everything's great here.
Mm-hmm. The tone,
Just like,
really, the tone of it is not bad at all. It's just it's like really washed out on that one side. That's it.
we'll move on AL.Z because really all we got to complain about is this white from the glare.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we already went through
I
that one.
love
Let's
that
see
shot.
here. Yeah, it's great. Quaynor, man, look at it. And Sideshow wants it. Look at that. Here's Ahsoka
Mm.
Tano. I can't wait to get this figure, man. This is posted like June 7th, though. Wow. Did we go over this maybe back then? I don't know.
I don't remember that one because even if I wasn't on, I've been watching every time, but I don't remember that one.
I think I went
It's just
over.
amazing, like how good of a figure it is, and it's like obviously that translated into the from the animation to the realistic style, and it's like how good can it be? And obviously they changed the eyes a little bit and stuff like that, but it's such a good figure though.
I think the shot's pretty good, but my concern is that there's so much harsh light here on her face. It's making her look plastic, which I thought would be hard to do with the Hot Toys.
Mm-hmm.
Like really giving her like that plastic, like definite plastic look, not like a glare way, but just like a texture plastic look, you know. So that's just a harsh light right here on her face. It's really just not making her look human at all. Or well, I say human, but you know, we all meant
Realistic, right?
Tagruga,
Tagruta.
yeah, Takugugu.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. L.Z rocking out on the short. He loves his short troopers right now. I don't know if yellow is the best background for this shot. Otherwise, though, he's great. But yellow's he's got this yellowish tint to him already. I would have done a blue background because yellow and blue are complementary colors to each other. Like the orangish, yellow, whatever blues, they're complementary colors to each other. So since he's got that yellowish tone on him, I would have gone with a blue card instead of a yellow card. Harold, anything you want to add?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Just like you said, just something to have that contrast to kind of bring them out a little bit more. But I mean, as far as the figure itself, it's lit really well.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The figure
yep,
itself is lit really well for the shot. It's
yep.
just that yellow card that you got behind him. It just seems like the
Mm-hmm.
wrong color to put behind him. AL.Z again, we're with this, Boba Fett, and we got this glare problem again. Otherwise, again, your picture's great. I'm gonna hit that like button there. The picture's great. I just that glare, man, that glare. You got to play more on the bounce cards, I think, and not pointing light. I don't even know how you did this because his ear's not really lit up like to really. I mean, see all this glare, but this ear is not as bright as the rest of this. I don't know what he did, or she, he, she. I think it's a he. I don't know. No, I never asked. I don't know what they did, but this glare thing, whatever you did here to get this, stop that. I don't know how you're doing it because that ear should have been just bright.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, unless just the way that it's painted, it's yeah.
Yeah.
And the angle of it's just not catching it. Because if actually on the very outside of the ear, there's like a slight glare on that. So it might be just the way that it's the angle of it that it's not.
I don't think it's a bounce back because I think that whatever this light is would be lighting up. If this was a bounce card, this would be the same kind of consistency all throughout this. So I don't know what they're doing here. AL.Z, you need to be here and tell me. Eddie Rodriguez, he says it looks like glue on the plastic reflecting. It's very possible. It's very possible. I don't do a lot of shooting with this scale and this type of figure, Black Series or Legends, so I don't know of all their shortcomings.
Yeah, I mean, and usually, I mean, what I've done recently has been just pretty much troopers. That's it.
Dude, Pleather
Nice.
weather. Caution. What is this thing, man? This is cool. I don't know what that is, but it's cool. He's kind of kooky. I like it. Um, I think this is done pretty well, man. I like this a lot. I don't know what it is, but I'm liking
Right.
it.
Just the way everything's bokeh out around it and stuff like that. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, but if that's a bokeh background, then why is it in front of the cans? I don't know. Maybe it's just the particles in the dust. It's a photoshopped effect, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not too detracting though. Hit that like button for you. Let's see what else we got here. Dude, man, Mike Mansell. I
Oh,
don't think I went
nice.
over this one.
No, I don't. No, I don't remember that one.
What you got, Harold? What you got? Give it to Mike. Give it to Mike.
I'll give it to him. Yeah, no, it looks good. I like how the background, you just got some definition there where that like behind him is lit up enough, where it's just not like a completely black aside from like above him, but it looks like some nice light like cast on both sides of his face, and that nice color contrast. Like you said, you talk about with that orange and blue, it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Well, I think he's nailed. He's got a great pose here. Again, your foreground elements. When I say that, everything you're seeing in the camera, but this big black nothing up here is bothering me. You maybe put just a wall or something, just something to give you anything over here. Maybe just a light up back there. It doesn't have to be lighting up your scene, but just something to break that black up. Because I would, if you want to just put him in the shot without that stuff, it would work. But you got all this elements here, and then you just got black, and I feel like that just there's just something off with that. It like just really is pulling your eye in, but there's nothing there to look at. Is my problem with it.
And you could even do just like a plain piece of cardboard that's far enough back that you don't
Yeah,
see any of the texture of the cardboard, but it would break that up a little bit, I guess.
yeah, light it up.
Yeah.
Keep it the darker, like a blue, and just or light it up and do that if you have to. But
Colored paper, whatever. Yeah.
something, and you could even like do even a smaller light on it, so it's not catching the entire length of the cardboard, but just something to break up this black of this whole corner. Just so much of this real estate is just kind of gone. And it wouldn't be too detracting if you didn't have all this here, but I love all this here, so I wouldn't say get rid of that. I would say just add something to this corner.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Mike, dude, man, this is an awesome shot. This corner's bothering me.
I love the blue, like the blue light on that one side I love the way that looks.
He's got the good haze in there. That's the soupiness I like to get when I use my haze. Man.
There you go.
Soupiness. That's Campbell's right there, man.
Mm.
Super good food. Daniel, long time no see. What's going on? Darkwing Collections.
Amen.
Haven't seen you in a minute, dude. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Hashtags have really broken for me right now, Daniel. So I'm doing the best I can. We've started a new hashtag as Toy Moz because the Invader Moz one kept failing on me. And also, what I ask if anybody wants anything tagged to me, since you're just tuning in, is also tag me, at Moz_toy_box. And that way I got that and the hashtag to kind of bounce off of that and say, okay, this is what I'm looking at. Eddie, don't say that. I don't want to be the person responsible for that whole big chunk missing. I'm kidding with you, Mike. I know you're watching this on the replay because you're awesome. No, I dude, that's it's great to hear, but I think he's doing better than I do. I mean, he's got this great light here. I love how soft all this light is with this soupiness. I love it. I'm just a big fan of that. And he brings up the highlights so well too. So he's doing a great job. Let's see. Clicking off. That's one of my old shots are reshared. There's my soupiness. See my soupiness? But I needed more light in this background somewhere. I needed to bring him out of this background a little bit more. This is an older shot though. All I did was change my little signature, and we'll leave that. H Green, man, we went over this one last week.
Yeah, that was last week's. That one and the clones.
I still like this one, man, but that shoulders bother me. I don't know why.
Well, and I even tried to pop off the armor just to see if I could get it. I would have to turn him where he wasn't looking directly over his shoulder and arm, but Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be more of him, like more of the chest facing at, and I just kind of liked I like the way that this looked. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Now,
Yeah.
when you did you modify your fat suit on this figure?
No, I have
No.
not.
You're not going to get
No.
this arm up much higher anyway. This is as high as this arm's going to go almost.
Correct. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's pretty much its limit. Yeah.
yeah, you got to take that fat suit off, man. Or well, edit it. I wouldn't say take it off. I've cut it mine up.
Yeah, just cut under the armpit, right? Pretty much like little triangles or
You
whatever.
you give him sleeveless arms. Just good
Mm.
sleeve. You want to cut that pretty close into the shoulder. Like up in. Well, let me put the camera back on me.
Well, you
'Cause
can leave basically you're leaving the material there, but you're just cutting where it's sewn together.
you're gonna cut right here, right around here, like you're making a wife beater for him. So you're gonna cut this and keep that keep that here, but everything past that is gone.
Okay.
So you want to have that really nice and tight up there, and then your arm piece. You can put this piece back to give it the thickness.
Right.
You can put that back. Just make sure it's separated for over this whole shoulder joint. Make sure it's gone, and also separate it. And make sure it's big and open down here. But you can keep a lot of that fat suit. Like I said, you just need to edit it. Just give it that mobility.
Well, and realistically, you could probably just keep enough at this very top attached. I mean, just a few threads just so it doesn't slip like inside of the sleeve. So it doesn't bunch up,
Mm.
and it would basically help it stay in place, but still be able to have that range of movement.
I haven't had the sleeves
And I
really
guess.
move too much on him, man.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. No, it's
but
worth doing. I mean, it's something that I'm never going to get rid of, so it's worth it.
yeah, whichever one. I mean, just do it to one Mando, I guess. Whichever one you think you want to do it to. If you don't want to do it to both, but the thing is like I'm gonna have a whole second OG Mando when I get my blurg, so I'll have one. I won't edit that suit. I have one that's edited that I'll, if I need to pose him, there he is. The other one I'll leave the way he is, and that way, if I need to turn on and sell one of them, I can put whatever one I didn't cut up a suit and put that in the box.
Right. Yeah. Fair. There you
go. Daniel, dude, that's right, man. That's right. Shit. Yeah, he's been
wow.
sick with a flu and COVID. Oof.
Oh God,
Finally
man.
getting
Sorry
over
to hear
man.
that.
That is brutal, dude. That's right. He did mention that. Yeah, you haven't had a chance to produce anything.
Just get better, man. Just hope you feel better.
But he got a new Sigma 30mm lens at 1.4. That's pretty awesome. Now, Daniel, are you shooting on a crop sensor or is it a DSLR full size sensor? Yeah, what are you shooting with? How about that? What's the camera you shooting with? I'm curious. And while we're doing that, we'll scrounge through here for any other shots we haven't gone over yet. I think we've gone over all these that I see. Let's see what I see on the Invader Mods. Let's see how that works.
I did. Well, I did read it. Well, it was from this morning, but I did tag that Lego shot. I did put that on there.
Okay, so you're using the M50. Is that Sigma 30mm? Is that set up for the M mount, the EFM mount, or is that an EF mount? You may need to get an adapter. I should hope you looked at it. Why is this here? What the hell? Hold on. I'd probably be helpful if I could go to there.
Yeah,
why am I sitting here in the top? Really?
That's a top post.
Yeah, a top post for Invader Mod. Yeah, see, these hashtags are all broken. I don't know what's what anymore. I don't think there's anything new here, though.
No.
Is that new?
Those are all.
SAO.Z. I don't remember going over. I like that. I guess we went over that. All right.
Yeah, I think that was last week or the week before, maybe.
Yeah. It was May, so. I don't know what the price is on the Sigma either, but what possessed you to go with the Sigma over the Canon 32mm? I'm curious. And that question is to Daniel, of course. Sweet. Yeah, the 32mm I think was like $400 when I bought mine. I don't know what the Sigma price is for the 30. I just know that 32 is really sharp. It's really, really good for the Canon. It works more like a 50mm for a Canon. for the M50. So Harold, man. Oh, 200. Damn, that's really good. That's a good price, actually. So Harold, man, you need to get yourself a printer, man.
I know. We need to. Actually, we'll talk about that offline or later.
Y'all
But
gonna have to buy me
I've
some
been meaning.
resin if you want me to make this stuff, man. And it ain't cheap.
No, I need that myself. Like I said, with my son, with his stuff and his collection, with all his Nintendo like figures and whatnot. Like, I mean, there's so many things that we could use it for that it would definitely get used. But
Yeah, I broke
yeah,
out my
I need to
airbrush
get on that.
and painted this up. So it's a bit
It looks
more
good.
reflective, I think, than I needed it to be, but I love how it handles. Look at that.
It diffuses out nice, yeah.
Diffuses out really
Spread.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Daniel, man, you have yourself a great night, man. I'm glad you're feeling better. I hope you have your
Yeah, man.
taste
Take care.
buds and stuff, man. I really do. I hope you can taste and smell stuff. But yeah, as far as printing this guy here, I'm thinking about getting a filament printer at some point, like because you have a bigger print bed, and for something like if I want to do a full size wall, because I think I'll do these modular lines, which I could hide, I guess, but I don't like these big splits that don't need to be there for a full size wall.
What I'd actually like to do is have it for making clone armor, like just basically keeping the bodies that I have, but doing custom armor, so that way I don't ever like ruin the armor that I have with the figure,
Mm-hmm.
and do some like custom paint on things like that. Because that's my thing is I I know that I would probably end up screwing it up to the point that I'd be mad, like why did I waste $100 figure? So that's kind of my plan, or at least what I want to do. So
Making armor pieces is really tricky for me anyway. I don't know how to measure the internal diameters of the armor piece, like you're talking about a gauntlet, or like right now I'm trying to make that stupid cane for Maul. You know that part that goes onto the other lightsaber, and I
the
can't
saber, right?
work out the diameter. You know, I can make the whole thing wider, and then by happenstance finally get the diameter I need to put the cane in there. But I need the way to work out to just set the inside and let everything kind of work from there, so I can set that to where I need it to be and let the externals kind of adapt instead of there are ways I can build like a cylinder in these things and put that in there, but then if it's not wide enough throughout the entire thing, that cylinder is going to break out of the mold of the cane, and it's just a big pain in the butt. But there's got to be a way to just be like, I want the internal dimensions of this hole to be this wide. That'd be awesome. Eddie's asking, will you ever dabble in some stop motion animation? I don't know, man. I need a way to hold these figures up without giving me a headache for 5 seconds, man. As I was telling you with the Stap one, man, my clone troopers fell over like 5 or 6 times, and I was just losing my ever-loving mind over it. I was like, man, come on. I just want to get this shot. And every time they fall over, their position is never quite right after that. You got to play with that and then try to get them rebalanced. And of course, Anakin's so far forward on the table, my fat stomach is hitting him, and I'm like, please don't fall off the step. Particularly, I'm hitting that lightsaber a lot, and like, oh, don't fall.
Oh yeah, who's the guy that did the one with the Spider-Man figures? I think it was the homemade suit Spider-Man that did that
I don't
stop
know who
motion
it
video.
was.
That was crazy.
What I
Crazy
need to
good.
do, actually, if you want me to do stop motions, I need to figure out what they're using for a stand. Like they got that stand that can reach all the way across like the table. It's like a whole contraption that just moves and articulates and locks in place. That's another thing, man. Like with these stands and stuff that I have, I mean, if I touch it, I'll never get it back exactly where it was, and that's going to throw off the entire scene, in my opinion. So, but anyway, yeah. But Eddie, it'd be something to be really cool to do. But yes, it'd be very time consuming, and I don't have the tools, and I got a finite amount of income to buy these things. Right now, I'm saving up for a pressing station for my comic books.
I don't have the patience. That's my problem.
Yeah. Well, I was losing my patience. It was just four figures falling over constantly, man. I wasn't able to handle that. It was another reason why I don't like Black Series, man.
Right.
The
Fair enough.
small
Yeah.
little guys,
Hmm.
but you can peg those like right into the foam, whereas these guys,
Or
eh,
blue tack them. You can blue tack them wires. Yeah.
I need to get the
There's
blue tack, I think, because I keep buying this crappier stuff that doesn't actually really work that well. Um, it's a white
there's
Scott brand blue
yeah.
tack,
Hmm.
um, and it doesn't seem to really hold well. So, but yeah, we shall see. We shall see. So Harold, let's bring your Lego guy up real quick.
Yeah, I put it in your. I put it. It's like the second photo in on your recents. I think on the toy
I
Moz.
just went to your thing and got it.
So, oh
Boom!
yeah, that's fine.
Look
That's
at that,
fine.
Legos are attacking, man. Legos, clones. It's cute. It's very cute. But you don't put down your settings, so I don't know what your aperture is here.
Oh, that was probably. Oh, that was with my macro, and I was shooting that probably at like a 5.6, I think, even just for that, just to
Yeah,
be able to catch a little bit more in the background. But I
yeah.
want to switch. I'll probably do it and shoot it like around probably like a 50 millimeter to get it like a little bit wider shot too.
Well, I don't
I
think you
might
need
do
to go
that
much
again tonight.
wider, but I think you do need a bigger depth of field here because
Hmm.
I mean, this clone is almost gone. Like he's
Right.
almost just a rock here, which is kind of sad. So, uh, you said you're what, five-ish, five something, like five
Like
six or
five,
something?
yeah, 5.56, yeah.
Um, I'll probably scooch up to around a 9, maybe even a little bit higher, and that should bring him up a little bit more, bring him up
Hmm.
enough to know what he is. And of course, this little thing you'll get a little bit more detail out of it, but it'll still be blurry to let you know it's far enough away. So, but
Hmm.
Eddie likes it, man. He says the blue is really nice, and it is, man. It's really great. Um,
Yeah, I picked up those 501st sets that they had for Lego, and then I got the oh shoot, one of the Comic Cons, those people that make the bootleg Lego
yeah,
Lego figures too. I've got like a bunch of other clone troopers, so I was gonna start just messing around and doing a little bit
rock
more
on,
shots
rock
with
on.
them. Yeah.
Um, what I'm gonna start working on, since I'm gonna have a few days off of Instagram. By the way, guys, in case you're just tuning in or whatever, yeah, I'm gonna take a break from Instagram. Hopefully, get unshadow banned. Um, Harold, you just went through that, right? Did you took a few days break?
Yes. Yeah, last weekend.
Did it help?
Yeah, yeah, because it was I think like the Figure Flex Friday, like none of those would show up the week before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was your like well, and I know you were having problems with yours too. But even the Star Wars Time Show, like it wasn't even showing up in theirs, like nothing. So I
Yeah.
finally went back, and this Monday everything started showing back up again.
Okay. Question: when you're supposed to take a break for a shadow ban, does that mean you can't do like anything on Instagram? Like can't even use Messenger or what? Or
No,
did you
that I don't know. I think it's just posts, as far as
right?
I know.
And you can't like stuff either, right? So I can't go through and like stuff and interact basically in that way either, right?
I mean, I would just not whatever you think you can do to eliminate it. I think if you're on it, I don't think it really matters. But yeah, I would probably.
You got to
Um,
basically cut cold turkey, right? That's what you did.
yeah, that's what I did. So.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's what I plan to do. So hopefully by Friday I'll be fixed, and my hashtags will work properly again. That'd be great because yeah, it's killing me, man. This poor Anakin on the snap. Uh, he's making his rounds because Star Wars Time Show picked him up, but
Yeah, you got like almost 300 likes on theirs.
yeah,
Yeah.
but mine. I don't think I've broken 100 yet. I got a lot of comments though, but it's not reaching out past. I gotta like that one. It's not reaching out past my regular sphere of influence, so it's really infuriating. It's like, man, I mean, granted, I always take these pictures for me. It's not like I I I, I care, but I don't care.
Right.
I put in a lot of effort, so I want people to appreciate it. But and plus, I'm trying to rebuild my account, and every little hiccup like this is just things that further
Just
agitate me.
makes Yeah, exactly. I'm just say it just makes it more frustrating.
And you're like, man, I just want to rebuild my account and be happy. And you know, then they wouldn't help me retrieve my account, and now they let me just run around with squished hashtags. Just let's shadow ban them for
Well,
what
plus
we don't
even just
know.
the algorithm in general now
Yeah.
with like how it's more or less not even showing people your stuff in their feed. Like it'll be something new that they don't even necessarily like or follow,
hmm Well, there
and
is a
so they're
trick
not even seeing your stuff too. So,
when you're using Instagram. There is a if you go to the home page on the phone
hmm
and you go to Instagram, up here at the top, you click on where it says Instagram, brings you a down arrow, and there's a following, and that will show you just the people you're following and not all the ads and crap. And it's also chronological.
hmm
So in case you guys didn't know about that, that's really good there. That I'm glad that at least that I can watch my feed chronologically now and not have all these. For one, the ads. For two, I'm not shown just what Instagram feels that I need to see. I want to see the people I'm following in the order in which they post. See Bearded Oaf. Sorry, I ain't liked anything lately. It's just not been going online looking on Facebook or dude. I understand that. I wish I could cut myself off from it entirely too,
yep, it's like a drug.
but between that and smoking, which I don't
Right.
have any nicotine in this, but yet for some reason I still want to smoke it. It's just crazy. I don't get it, but yeah. Harold, man, what else you got going on, man? You
No,
gonna do any
not
shots
too
this week?
much. Yeah. I mean, probably. I actually have an idea for something with my transport trooper once he shows up. So hopefully, I will have that ready for next week. So I
I
have
haven't
a
figured out what I want to do with my Spider-Man yet, man. I got that classic suit Spider-Man. I don't know how I want to shoot him. Um, I'm
yeah. I
kicking
still.
myself for doing that shot with the advanced suit and that one pose that I did recently.
hmm
Um, because I could have put classic suit in that pose and this one
Right.
here.
Right.
But I don't want to redo the pose and just be like, here's a classic suit doing it. In fact, he can't pose quite this well. I can't get the
Yeah. I
classic
was gonna
suit to
say.
quite pull this one off.
Yeah. Well, and I yeah, the only one that I've done with mine is just that one with the Anakin, with him catching his hand, saying you have a metal arm.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I haven't even done any other shots with him, so I need to do that too and get Gwen back out.
Yeah, I think I need to pull out my Green Goblin, but what I'm waiting on for that is my Maji cases because my Green Goblin you can't see up here because all my lights are fudged, but my Green Goblin's on the top shelf all the way in the back, and so I got to go through life size Grogu, quarter scale Mando, heavy infantry, and Ed 209 to get to him, and yeah, just I have
hmm
nowhere to put those while I do that, so yeah, it's not gonna happen. Um, Eddie Rodriguez, thank you so much for the super chat. Love. Wahoo! Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Eddie.
man. I appreciate it. Because wow.
hmm
I love you guys, man. That's awesome, man. I'm gonna get drunk and just go around saying I love you guys because that's what drunk people do. It's fun. That's what I do when I'm drunk anyway. When I'm drinking, I love you, man.
I
Um,
just laugh. I laugh even more than I laugh now. So yeah, that's yeah.
you get the giggles.
Yep.
Um, Actually, on my birthday a couple years ago, I had somebody filming me while I was drinking my rum and coke, and I was really gone by that point. And apparently, this when I pulled my, I had a straw and I was sipping it that way because that's the alcohol hits you harder, faster, whatever when you're drinking alcohol beverages like that with the straw. There's the science behind it. There's
Oh yeah, it gets in
diagrams
there
and pie
quick. It just
charts.
gets in
I'm
there
not gonna
quicker.
yeah, I'm not going to argue it. There's diagrams and pie charts to prove all that. But anyway, so I'm sipping away at it with a straw, and I go to say something, and the straw sticks to my mouth or whatever. And since it's still there in my mouth, I go to like suck on the drink, but I've pulled my straw out of the drink, and I'm
It's
like,
like where'd it
why
go?
is it not working? So they got to clip me going like that. Why is it not working?
It's like it's broken.
How did it break? I know there was alcohol in there. Ah,
It's in the
The good
glass,
old
but
days.
it's not coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the good old days. The good old days, man. Um, but yeah, fun times, fun times. You guys have any more questions about photography though? If there's something you guys want to see, I know Eddie really wants me to do some stop motion.
So
Uh, um, Shot guy helps you know your limits. Yeah, mixed drinks. Yeah, especially the rum and coke that I was doing because it's a caramel spiced rum in a coke, which is a
cool.
caramel drink essentially. So it's just really obfuscated, just like you're not really sure what you're getting yourself into until like you're a bottle half in. Quite literally, I've been there, a bottle and a half in, and then your people are trying to take it away from you, and you don't understand why. But then you understand that you have to go purge that. Your body's now going, get this out of me, because otherwise we're going to go over what this alcohol poisoning thing is you've heard of. So yeah, bottle and a half, man. That stuff got me in trouble. My favorite rum though is called Kilo Kai. It's a caramel spiced rum. Real good stuff. Real good stuff. Not everybody carries it though. But shot guy, yeah, not a big fan of shots. Shatter glass effect, dude. I will work on it. I will work on it. I don't know how. I don't know when, but I'll work on it. Probably while I'm down. But really, what I'm planning to do when I'm down is really go behind the scenes on some shots and like talk to myself and record all that while I'm shooting and post a video. So this is the plan. Oh man. Hey, we can talk about toys real quick, Harold, if you want. Like what's coming out. That tease they showed with the I know they were going over it the other night on Nate's stream, but that tease they showed with the lightning for Toy Fair or
the
whatever.
two. Right.
Did you notice those are the two exact lightnings, the exact same lightning effect? Like
No.
one. If you look at them, there's two lightning bolt sets coming down, and if you were to pull them further apart, you would notice they're exactly the same. So they use the same brush to do that lightning, but one is a thicker brush, I guess, or not as pale, or it's thicker. It's a heavier on the brush, so it looks more predominant. But it's two of the exact same lightning bolts. I don't know what that means, but I think it has something to do with. I think it has something to do with it. Two of the exact same lightning bolts.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But
no, and I know there's like a lot of different like comic things that they're rumoring that are going to come out the Silver Age and.
Oh yeah, that was another thing.
Possibly.
I mean, we're gonna pick on Nate's stream too a little bit, but with the Silver Age, they seem really bent on the fact that Spider-Man was like predominantly in that book. You see the cover and it's got the webs and stuff. But as I was trying to point out, and Lou spoke for me last night or the other night on his stream, but what I was trying to point out was that book, Marvel's copy, that omnibus of the Silver Age, is made like that. It's got Fantastic Four, it's got Spider-Man, it's got everybody in it, but that book has got that webbing Spider-Man effect on its cover. It doesn't mean anything about it being predominantly Spider-Man. It just, that's what they chose to go with to denote the Silver Age, instead of the Fantastic Four, which was their kickoff in the Silver Age, and I don't know why they didn't go that way, but that's a different story for a different time.
Right.
But what I was trying to explain, it was really hard to do over, chat, is that book, forget that spider webs are on it. It means nothing. That book is just supposed to show you that it's an omnibus of the Silver Age. Because if you move to the Bronze Age, which is the 90s, they just got Wolverine slash marks on the cover. But it's not all Wolverine. It's just, that's what they're using to, go over that. So, and then as far as the cigar one, it's not Kingpin. His hands are too small. They look like a normal human-sized hands. Now, it could be Obadiah Stane, but I don't see suspenders there. and I don't see his jacket. I don't think I've ever really seen him without his jacket on. So either they don't have his jacket on, and he's just in a a dress shirt, um, or it's not him. But the other thing that leans me away from him, and I'm probably wrong though, it is probably him. But the other thing that's leaning me away from him is one of the fingers, one of the fingernails on that shot is dirty. Now, would a rich guy like Obadiah Stane have dirty fingernails? He doesn't work with his hands. He's
Right.
he's a corporate guy. Would they make that mistake and have dirty fingernails there? No. Now, J. Jonah Jameson, he's a blue collar kind of guy. You know, he's always smoking the cigars. I could see him with having some dirt under his nails.
Right.
But it could just be, like a Envato Elements where they just, a Shutterstock photo of a guy holding a cigar.
Right. Right.
So, no clue.
Right. That it's
No
not the
clue.
actual image of the figure,
Yeah,
but yeah, just something
yeah.
in relation to what it could be. Right. Right.
Eddie's asking me what my thoughts on the Iron Man Illusion figure. After seeing the unboxing earlier today, I kind of like it. I haven't looked too much into it. What do you think, Harold?
Oh God, that's the one with like the plastic on the outside of them,
No,
right?
no, no. The illusion, the zombie Iron Man.
The illusions, the zombie. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. No, I actually really like that. I think that's something, that one-off thing where you almost like you could collect that and not feel like you have to keep getting other armors. That it's just something, outside of like the normal Iron Man figures. But I like the zombie element to it. I think it looks really good as far as the quality of the damage and everything, and it's so different on each side, like the legs and the way that everything is like broken down. Because like the one leg is like almost, it's like just his bone and like some wires like basically coming down,
Mm-hmm.
and just like the overall look of it, I think it looks great.
Now, is the plastic pieces on it? Is that he's asking? Is that a deal breaker for you?
For the Oh no, I think just because of the amount of work that went into it probably is what's driving that price, whether it's plastic or not. And I mean, as long as it looks as good as that in hand, I think it's fine.
Now, I'm
But
personally not really interested in that figure, but I will go over something real quick and use this as an example. This is the diecast Iron Man Mark 7. Okay, most of this is plastic. The diecast is really underneath a lot of this. There's no, I don't think there's any real metal out facing other than like some of the joint pieces, and I think all the metal and the weight is all from the legs, and it's just the interior knee,
the skeleton kind of part
the
of it, right?
skeleton kind of stuff. So when
Right.
people are like, die cast over plastic, I don't think you're getting die cast in any way that you'll see it.
Hmm.
I mean, even this helmet, this is plastic. This is just
Just in the places that it makes sense. It's kind of like the
yeah,
IG-11, where it's those pieces in the legs to make it more, more sturdy. But outside of
yeah.
that, everything is pretty much plastic. So yeah.
What's going on, Carlito?
Hey,
Wow,
Carlito.
dude, what's up? Carlito, man, did you make sure to vote for the wallpaper? This somebody hasn't voted yet. That's all I know. So make sure you vote for the wallpaper this month. I need to break the tie. So guys, if you're not a member right now, become a member so you can break the tie, please. So channel members get a wallpaper. The wallpaper of the month right now, there's two or four different ones, two from me and two from Loco Lu. They're on the community tab. You can look at the different wallpapers we're offering. Of course, YouTube crops those, which just because they're cropped in the manner they are does not mean that's how they'll look when you get them. Um, if you want to see the full pictures, go to our Instagrams. You'll see them. Um, but yeah, man, consider becoming a member. That helps me out, and you guys get wallpapers for your desktop and your phone. So good stuff. Harold, are you gonna enter some wallpapers next month?
Sure. If you think there's something, I don't know if there's anything worthy of wallpapers, but
Oh, come on, man. People love your stuff, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I mean, as far as anything that I've done so far, I'd say probably that.
Eddie,
Oh, there you go.
new member. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. Appreciate it,
Actually, I
man.
need to get on and do. And I'm not even a member, so I need to do that myself.
Dude,
So yeah.
that would rock, man. Help get these even numbers out of here, so I got something going on. That's I don't
Oh
want to
God.
really milk you guys for money. Just help me break ties, man. That's all I want. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much, man. And Carlito, awesome. I'm glad you voted, man. Glad you guys voted. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
But yeah, if you want to look through just whatever my
We'll
more
go
recent
through it
ones.
together next week
Yeah,
if you get
yeah,
time.
that's fine.
So, but
We can do that.
oh yeah, Carlito. As far as the diecast, yeah, I'm not knocking the weight. I'm just saying the figure itself, like all that exterior stuff, is all, from what I can tell, mainly plastic. I don't think there's any real metal on this
Yeah,
Mark
because
Seven that my
you'd
hands
feel
are
the different
technically touching right now.
temperature, right?
Maybe the calf here, the back of the calf, that feels like a cold, like right here. Maybe that. But this is all plastic down here. So, but I think maybe this, yeah, this piece here, I think is metal. It feels like it. That's it. I don't think. Oh wait, no, that's. I can't tell. I don't know. There's very little metal on them. Please stand up. I don't want you falling over while I'm talking. Thank you. But yeah, the weight is a very big bonus. But I personally, I don't feel that I'm gonna go with the zombie Iron Man. I'm very seriously considering getting the classic Iron Man though, if we can find a way to get that damn plastic off of him. So I'm hoping somebody will get him soon and go through how they get rid of that, because yeah, the big problem is aesthetically I can get past it. Like when we were watching JK's tag of that, I was like, it's looking really good, but that plastic, all that clear plastic, is gonna turn yellow. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. What does Carlito got here? Go to the main channel page for Maz's Toy Box and go to the membership tab. Oh yeah, yes. Be right there, man. So yeah, you go to the membership tab. You can get the poll right there. The pictures though are put on the community tab, which I don't know if you can see it on both, but they're there so people that don't join yet can see what the vote's all about, and hopefully they'll want to participate. And then next week will be July, and we'll go over on the stream. We'll go over what we're going to put in the poll, and so hopefully we got Harold here. We can do that. And the following week, Harry should be back. So.
Oh, you said July. You said January 8th. So earlier when you meant, I was like, January, is he going to really be gone that long? And I was like, okay, now I know what you meant. Okay.
No, it's still tied. No. How did we do this? No. There's somebody who hasn't voted yet, man. I'm gonna have to refresh this. Let me take a look. See, I can see all of it from the community. Man, you're right. It's all. God damn it.
Tie again.
Yes. Because
All
I
right,
mean,
well,
unless I lost a
after,
member, I have 5 members, so there should be.
well,
5
I'll have to
people
go
around.
on too because it's easier for me to do it from the laptop. So I'll do after we get off. I'll go sign
All
up
right,
and
you can break the tie.
I'll break it. Yep.
I know what you're going to
Yep.
vote for too. You're going to take that Mando picture, aren't you? You're going to be like, give me that Mando shot. Because I don't think you want aliens bad enough. You're not going to want that. You're going to want that Mando.
No,
I
do like those alien shots though. I like aliens. I don't have any, but I don't. Yeah.
So I take it Eddie voted for the Alien versus Predator, my shot. So that's a cool one. Because that one was the only one that wasn't voted for at the time. Oh, man. Thank you guys so much, though. I appreciate it. And yeah. In case you're wondering why I'm so dark, my light died during the stream. So good times. Eddie, we'll get you squared away, man. We'll get you. So guys, just so you're aware, since you're here right now, make sure you email me invadermoz@gmail.com. So I make sure I can send out the wallpapers to whomever not win, but to whomever there at the end of the month. So since I got you here to say email me, You don't have to email me in now, but by the first or second, right around there, make sure you have your email sent to invadermods@gmail.com. Let me know that you want one of the wallpapers, and yeah, we'll get it straight. Yeah. Harold, I'm kind of just swimming here, man.
No, it's all right. No, I was going to say I'm going to have to get rolling here in a minute anyway, so it's all good.
Well, I'm just waiting for Ahsoka. I got my Maul in the pose I want him in for the Ahsoka fight. And he's actually would be facing kind of like that. And Ahsoka would be facing towards the camera. Wait, no, here we go. So Ahsoka would be on this side doing her stuff, like fighting him. And he's, jumping and hopping around. You know how Ray Park likes to spin around and hop, man, when he spins this thing. But being single joints here in the elbow, I had a hard time getting the arm to where I wanted it, because his arm should be raised a little funnier. But we'll see how this looks. If it doesn't work, I'll repose him. But
yeah, I'd like to do a shot where she's how she jumps up and she's actually standing on him at one point. I think that's when they're in the scaffolding.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's a whole other shot I want to do with Maul. Is I want to figure out how to emulate how she force catches him, and he's all tied up, squirming. I want to emulate and get that pose, because I love that scene, man. Where he's like, "We're all gonna burn." No, man. Thank you, man.
No, there we go. Piling in now.
Man. There we go. We got tie-breaking potential now. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you for becoming a member, guys. Man, I appreciate it. Nomad. Let's see. Carlito says, hold on. I have a lot of Iron Man and War Machine figures, and Mark 7 is still number one for me. I love that figure with all the accessories. A great value for the cost of the time. Dude, I got mine on this is when they put them out a couple years ago. This is the reissued one. So that's what I got. I'm going to go back and hover over Nomad again. And I'm glad I did, because it was kind of a whim to buy this guy, because I don't really collect Marvel. But I was like, you know what? I want your mainly red and gold classic Iron Man suit. And I felt out of what was available at any point that was affordable, this was going to be the closest I was going to get to a classic Iron Man that, I wouldn't have to be paying aftermarket for. Because the Mark 6 was another close one. Mark 4. Any of those have been really close, but they were already insane, where this guy was still in Sideshow at retail. So, yeah. I don't shoot them that often, though. I should shoot them more, but I don't. Yes, thank you again, Nomad, man. I appreciate it. Guys, with that in mind, though, we are going to take off. I think the stream's going on 2 hours. That's about where we like to be at. Yes, welcome to the team. We're here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll see what happens, though, with Instagram. Like I said, I'm going to take a few days off from Instagram to see if I can get out of this shadow band or whatever's going on with my account. And so I'm going to be running silent. I'll have you guys all in my hearts, though. And I say hearts because I'm a Doctor Who fan. I have 2. But I held up 4. Don't count. Don't confuse you.
Just post some teases in the group, at least in the Facebook group.
Yeah. That's what we'll do, man. The Moz Toy Box Facebook group, I'll post them there while Instagram's down. So the link's all in the description below under Linktree for me. There's a Moz Toy Box Facebook group you guys can join if you're interested. And I will post my pictures during the week there. Yes, Carlito, dude, awesome. And with that, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with my... Dude, I love this shot. I'm going to leave you guys with this shot. I'm going to put this guy right here. And
just take it easy, everybody. Have a good week.
Anakin on stat, man. Harold, man, thank you so much for being here, man.
Yep.
Really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you next week, and we'll go over some of the pictures we're going to put up, all right?
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Let me do this little bad boy, and we'll get out of here. Guys, have a great night. Right. Oh, I should probably get off there. Have a great night, guys. Thank you again.
Everybody.
See you next week.